Alice. I'd like to start today's segment with a big thank you to the community for the outpouring of support for the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill and the Sylacauga Animal Shelter. As you all know, the Sylacauga Animal Shelter is full, over full, with dogs and cats, and we've had a lot of support this past week. We had a great number of people come out to walk dogs on Saturday, and we'll be walking dogs again this Saturday from 11 to 1. And we're able to get every dog out. We've had donations of newspapers, of supplies. We've had donations of food to the shelter. And the shelter staff really appreciates that. They've worked really hard to try to get through this tough time there. And we appreciate everybody's support. We also had two of our volunteers, Liz Jones and Lynn Averett, go to the Oak Grove Festival and take a couple of dogs there so that they could get some information out there about the shelter. So thank you to the two of them for spending that Saturday out there at Oak Grove, and we just appreciate everybody's support. Now today's guest, I want to get right to her because we have Sydney Houghton. She's the assistant manager at PetSense by Tractor Supply here in Sylacauga. So Sydney, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's start, because I always do an available pet of the week, but I wanted to wait till you talked because we're going to talk about the cats that are available at PetSense. So let's, we have a little graphic that's going to come up. So we've got 5 cats there at PetSense right now. So let's talk about those cats. We've got Pepper and Myron and Remy and Pumpkin and Truvy. So you've got quite a crew over there.
Oh yeah, they are all great, and they all have their own personalities, so it's just fun to watch them. But yeah, they're super great.
I bet it is. I bet all the employees love to have some kittens over there they can go and pet periodically. And
we do.
And you know, with that said, we really appreciate, because the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill, we kind of take care of everything there and make sure you have cats. And those cats can come from fosters with feral dogs. They can also come from the shelter itself. So, you know, we really appreciate PetSense allowing us to do that, of course. Now let's talk about the whole adoption process. How does that happen if someone wants one of those kittens?
All right, so if you want one of the kittens, it is $75 if you have a carrier, and it's $80 if you don't. That's to cover the cost of the box.
Okay.
We do have some paperwork that you have to fill out, and it is cash or check only, because the money goes straight to the shelter or to feral dogs. We don't mess with it.
Okay. And so if someone doesn't have their own carrier, you sell carriers at PetSense, of course, if someone wants that. But if they have one at home, they forgot, they're just in there walking around and realize they just had to have a kitten, then you do have those boxes that are the disposable pet carriers there for just a one-time use kind of thing. Okay, so it's so helpful though, because you have so many people coming through there. It is just, it's really nice to have that ability for to showcase some cats, because you have so many people walking through there that when you're there, people come through all the time and they're just checking out the cats in those cages, and it really gives us a great opportunity to highlight the cats and to have adoptions, because you know, we don't have, a lot of people don't come through the shelter every day, so it's good to have that area where they can come in and see some kittens that are available. Now, is there any kitten that stands out to you out of the group?
Truvy. Truvy is my absolute favorite, and I know it's bad to have favorites.
And Truvy's in the bottom right-hand corner there of our picture, of our graphic.
But she is just amazing. She is so sweet and so playful and just full of life, really. And she had been with her brother. He got adopted a couple days ago, and so if you go in the store, she's the loud one. It's just inevitable. She's loud. She's full of energy.
So somebody go adopt Truvy. There she is. With, she's just they're all beautiful cats. I mean, how can you not love every one of them? But yeah, she doesn't need to be there by herself anymore. She's missing her brother, so she needs a family. So let's really get somebody in there to adopt Truvy. And they are all just super cute. So I'm sure we'll have people going through today and hopefully have an adoption. Now let's talk about some of the services at PetSense, you know, besides the ability to have cats there for adoption.
All right, well, we have our grooming center. We currently have 2 groomers and a bather on staff. It's been about a month since we've had one of the groomers. She was out for a personal issue, but she will be back, and they offer services from bath and brushes to just nail trims to full grooms for any size dog. And it's accessible. We do have a lot. They do have a lot of people that come in and do those.
Okay.
But to make an appointment, all you would have to do is go in there or call,
Okay.
and we will transfer you back to grooming
Okay.
because they handle that aspect.
So just if call, just let the person know, they answer the phone, you need the grooming services, so you can make that appointment. Now, I hope I'm not putting you on the spot here, but do you have the prices in your head for the grooming services?
So the prices range based on the size and the breed of dog,
Okay.
along with the length of the coat.
Okay.
So a basic bath can run anywhere from $15 to $50, depending on the dog. And a basic bath and brush includes a bath, brush, and nail trim. If you want to add on packages and stuff like that, there's, like, we have a fall package right now. It's a $20 extra, I think. But the groomers, when you call, you can ask them and they'll have better prices.
Okay. Because, of course, that's what they do every day. Now, you also have the self-service area.
Yes, for $10, you can use our self-service wash. It is a stand-up bath, so like what they would use in the groom shop. And you get 2 towels, soaps provided. It is regular soap, so if you need something like flea shampoo, you would have to bring that yourself or buy it in store.
Okay. And
2 towels and a dryer.
Okay. Now, another service that you have is that you have a vet clinic once a month, correct?
Yes, it is a mobile vet care. It's for VIP pet care.
Okay.
And they come once a month. It's the first Saturday of the month, and they offer shop packages and wellness checkups, and stuff like that.
Okay. And now you can get more information about that on PetSense website, or where can people find information about that?
So you can find the information that they'll carry in the VIP pet care if you look up them, or if you come in and ask to see the flyer. We do have a flyer that we have at the register that you can look at.
Okay. So before we get to the upcoming event, which is the main thing we need to talk about, you mentioned, we talked about how you have carriers there if you would like to adopt a kitten and you don't have a carrier with you. And we talked about how you can buy shampoo if you don't want to use the shampoo that's available in the back for the self-serve. But let's talk about other products that you have there at PetSense.
Oh, there's so many. We do, one thing that was really popular over the summer, because fireworks and stuff, is calming treats. We do have a wide variety of calming treats, from CBD oil to just little treats that you can give them, to peanut butter squares. We also have stuff for like hot spots and allergies, and things like, obviously, toys. And we have a wide variety of toys and treats for all different needs. Like if you're allergic to chicken, or your dog's allergic to chicken, we have treats that are no chicken. If they can't have grain, we have grain-free.
Okay. And you just have aisles and aisles of different foods, different for cats, for dogs. You've got dog beds, cat beds, just so many things. There's so much to get at PetSense. And you have, what kind of animals, besides dogs and cats, do you have supplies for?
So we have supplies for reptiles, fish, and small animals and birds.
Okay.
So like hamsters, guinea pigs, rabbits. We even have some ferrets.
Okay.
And then most birds.
And speaking of reptiles, you've got some reptiles available for adoption there. So let's talk about those.
We have bearded dragons, we have leopard geckos, and we have a ball python.
Okay.
The ball python right now is an albino ball python, but we can get in an albino ball python, a regular ball python, and a banana ball python.
Okay. And so is that something that if someone wants one of the snakes, they can just let you know and you can order that for them? Or do you just have what's available there right now?
We just have what's available right now, and if a customer comes in wanting a specific one of those 3, they can leave their number with us, but there's no guarantee that they will get it.
Okay.
We will try to order that one next.
Okay.
But it depends on the supplier and breeder.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. I didn't realize you had snakes, and I was there Sunday cleaning those cages, and I was washing dishes, and then there was a snake sitting back there in the little a little sink area, and so that was a surprise to see that snake back there. But I had somebody with a snake on here a few weeks ago, and those ball pythons are actually pretty sweet.
They are.
I didn't think I would like a snake, but I enjoyed it.
Only had one bite me, I guess, which it's a side effect of the job. You'll get bit by something. But the others that we have had have been super sweet.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about your big event coming up, because that's going to be a great thing to have this weekend. So let's talk about that Adopt-A-Thon.
All right. So the Adopt-A-Thon will be from 10 to 4. It'll be outside at PetSense because the weather seems to be like it's going to be good for us. We will have vendors and food trucks, and of course the animals from the shelter and from Feral Dogs will be there. And we will also have booths set up to like where you can donate money to the shelter. Any of the vendors that you purchase from, like the food trucks, the small businesses, 10% of their proceedings will go to the shelter. And we'll have different games set up, and we have what I'm calling Adopt-A-Rock. It's for kids who want to adopt an animal, but they don't have the responsibility aspect of it. They can adopt a rock that's been painted that has a pet on it, and they will get a little birth certificate that they can sign and name, and that's just for like you donate however much you feel obligated to or that you want to get that. So
well, that's cute. That's pretty easy to take care of a rock, so and that can help them develop into the child that can take care of an actual living, breathing animal. Now, do you know? You said you have food trucks there. Do you know which food trucks that you've got?
So Pelican Snowballs will be there. We will have Ellie B's Barbecue and Mobile Munchies.
Okay, that sounds great. So that should be a really wonderful event. So make sure to come out to PetSense this weekend on Saturday. I believe I had the wrong time on my graphic up there. You said it was 10 to 4?
10 to 4.
And there'll be all kinds of activities, so it sounds like it'll be fun. Is it set up in your parking lot there
Yes.
at PetSense? So right there on 280 here in Sylacauga in the parking lot, we'll have a wonderful event. We'll have more cats out there. We have of course, the cats that are there at PetSense, but then we'll also have some cats coming from foster, and so you'll get to meet a lot more kitties than those, and some of our volunteers will bring some of the available dogs from the shelter. So if you've been thinking about adopting, please come out, or if you just want to come out and have fun and pet some animals and help out a little bit, that'll be great. And just make sure to follow that on Facebook and come on out. And we're still having the dog walking this weekend at the shelter. So even though we've got the Adopt-A-Thon, the dogs at the shelter still must be walked. So if you would like to do both, of course you can, but we'll be at the shelter at 11 o'clock, and we'll be there from 11 to 1 walking dogs this weekend. But Sydney, thank you so very much for coming on the show and telling us about the Adopt-A-Thon, and hopefully we'll have a big number of people out there, and hopefully somebody will get to that PetSense today and adopt Truvy. She needs to find a home. She's very very talkative, so I'm sure they would love to see her find that forever home. But thanks again for coming on the show, and we'll see everybody this weekend at PetSense 10 to 4, and we'll have more Daybreak after these messages.